Hi guys, welcome back to Graveyard Sisters. It is Leslie here and I'm in Glassford, Old Churchyard today. This ancient graveyard is located in South Lanarkshire near Straven. It is locally known as Glassford Churchyard. This ancient part of the graveyard in here is pre-1855. The new graveyard, which is adjoined to the old graveyard, was opened in 1878. So this newer graveyard wraps around this old graveyard and church ruins, and we will explore that anyway too. The old graveyard is built around the remains of this old church, which you can see, which is sadly there's only partial remains left, and that dates from 1633. There are links to the Covenanters in here with the tomb of the martyr William Gordon of Earlston. So he was shot in 1679. I've researched a lot about this old graveyard and I'm not finding a lot of information on it apart from the Covenanters' grave, and there is Mori examples in here. So we are going to just go and have an explore. I'm going to do a couple of videos. I'm going to actually do a video to cover William Gordon himself because he is pretty interesting and I think he deserves his own video. So guys, I'm just fixing my bag at the back here. Let's go and explore and see what we can find in here. So first of all, we have this information here. It's the ruins of Glassford Old Church and Covenanters graveyard. So I have spoke a lot about the Covenanters and I will still always speak about the Covenanters. One, it's a very interesting subject. Two, I live round about the Covenanter trail, so most of the older graveyards that I do visit usually have a Covenanter grave in it. They're everywhere, all over Scotland. And again, it's who were the Covenanters? Simply stated, the Covenanters were those people in Scotland who signed the National Covenant in 1638. They signed this covenant to confirm their opposition to the interference by the Stuart kings in the affairs of the Presbyterian Church of Scotland. Stuart kings harboured the belief of the divine right of the monarch. Not only did they believe that God wished them to be the infallible rulers of the kingdom, they also believed that they were the spiritual heads of the Church of Scotland. This latter belief could not be accepted by the Scots. No man, not even a king, could only be the spiritual head. It could be the spiritual head of their church. Only Jesus Christ could be the spiritual head of the Christian church. And this is the nub of the entire covenanting struggle. Scots were and would have been loyal to the Stuart dynasty, but for that one sticking point. And from 1638, when the covenant was signed, until the glorious revolution, I'm doing this without my reading glasses on. Prince William of Orange made a bloodless invasion of Great Britain. A great deal of suffering, torture, imprisonment, transportation and executions would ensue. So, I mean, I could read it all. I'm going to just try and linger on it a little bit for you so that you can maybe read it yourselves. Again, there's a lot of covenanting history online and I can put up some links again. I've done previously. It is such an amazing subject. It really is. It's amazing. And to think, you weren't allowed to just pray or worship God. You had to do it in secret, but when you got caught doing it in secret, well, you were going to get killed, executed, tortured. So this is William Gordon of Earlston. So William Gordon, he was the Laird of Earlston Castle in Galway. Now I'm just going to linger on that because I'm going to do a part on him anyway in my next video, so just to let you see his grave here. So let's go and have a look and see. And it's not huge in here, which is actually good because it means I can cover a lot more today and I'm a bit more clued up. I do apologise for the rush video in St Cuthbert's. We were rushing. We were so rushed and we just wanted to do something in there. We couldn't, pass it by without going in. So we will go back, and we will go back to Edinburgh, and definitely Greyfriars, because Greyfriars is where the Act of the Covenant, it was signed in Greyfriars. And Greyfriars, a part of Greyfriars, did hold a lot of the Covenanters prisoners in a part of that graveyard. So yes, very historic, and we will cover that as well. So I'm going to, just give me a second guys, if you can bear with me. I'm going to take my torch out. It's absolutely gorgeous today, but the sun's just it's a bit glary, so I don't know if this would maybe help a little bit. Erected in memory of William Frame, who died the 18th of April 1864, aged 62 years, and Jane Warnock, his wife, who died the 19th of September 1860, aged 58. Also their two sons, who died in youth. I don't think this is going to help, is it really? I don't think it's even showing up. And Margaret, their daughter, who died the 4th of May, aged only 25, and Thomas Frame, their son, and he died the 26th of April 1876, aged 25, and James was 38. Weep not for us, for friends so dear, we are not dead, but slumber here. That is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Weep not for us, our friends so dear, we are not dead, but slumber here. That's awesome. How cool is that? So I've got my bag here, and it is actually deserted, so I'm actually thinking of just dumping the bag and, you know, just coming back. I don't think anyone's going to come in. We really are in the middle of nowhere here. So let's move along. Sorry, I'm jiggling these all about. Here we go again. So here we have the ruins over here of the old church. Another old, the burial place of, and I'm not sure, it's very covered in moss. I see an Andrew, and it's probably and their children at the bottom. It's sunk over time. Not everything's very legible in here, I will be honest. I say it's very, very old. And we have a kind of newer one over here. So this is 18, I'm not even sure if it's showing up, I'm doing my best here. 1815. This is the burial place of Hugh Wilson, and maybe it's just their family again, one of these very old ones. Erected by Thomas Frame in memory of his wife Jane Wilson. Jane passed away the 27th of May 1889, aged 43, and then the above Thomas, who died, I think that's May maybe, 1924, aged 81. So this is the burying place of William Wilson and Jean Addy, his spouse, and their children, died June 1815, aged 81. And over here we have, again, some cool tabletop tombs. Here we have some fine examples down here, guys, of the memento mori. We have the hourglass, meaning that time passes you by. It's upright. If it was on its side, that means a life cut short. You've got the crossbones, and the skull and crossbones. Well, we don't have the skull here, it's round the other side. And then the book, which I think depicts like the book of life. And then the skull kind of depicts that death comes to us all. Death won't pass you by. So the viewer of this memento mori is actually telling us a story. And the crossbones are there to, you know, remind us of our own mortality. So yeah, this is really cool. So I'm going to get back up again. I'm going to go around the other side and show you the other side of it. Yep, and here we have the skull, the crossbones, and the love heart. I think the love heart depicts like your family, like the love from your family. The skull the crossbones means death basically comes to us all. But it's not morbid. I think a lot of people think the skull and crossbones. I've actually read a lot of people saying they think it's don't go near the tomb because they had died of the plague, which wasn't so. These are not even sinister symbols. These are symbols for us to look at and realise that, yeah, we are not mortal. It's very cool, isn't it? So I'm going this way because there's rows of them here. And these are usually where you find the memento mori symbols. Not there. Just going to see if there's anything on the front. This one, no, not on this one. Not in that one. But I think they said there was about 150 memorials or legible memorials in here. See, look, there's one hidden here, which is really sad. And there is a bit of a skull there. And they were at the back. And we have some more. On this one here, you can see that was the book. That bit's just been overcome with the moss over time. So this is 1829, the burying place of Robert Allen Farmer and his wife and family. And then we have one in here. And this is from 1877, and this is more the Victorian style because it has the urn, which the urn kind of took over from like the skulls and the crossbones, and this was more the symbols that they used, the Victorians. The draped urn, I think that's to do with your ascension to heaven. So I'm learning all these symbols and all these memento mori symbols as I go along. And this is erected to the memory of Tom. I'm going to remember this one because it's so hidden. Thomas Allen Mason, who was accidentally, this is the Dragonatos here. He was accidentally killed at Hamilton in May 1877, aged 68, and his family, Helen, died 1863, aged only 8 months. That's so sad. And then John, he was only 15. Isabella died when she was 14. And Jane was only 26. Andrew, youngest brother of Robert, who died at Glasgow, aged, I think that's 16 years. And I'm getting jagged. That's really, really sad. There's a lot of young people buried under here, and they've been reclaimed by the Dragonatos. So we'll keep going on and see what else we can see. So we have a wee 1753. This is the burying place of, I think it might be John, and that's probably about all I can see here. It's absolutely gorgeous here. I came in and had a little nose before I started my video, and behind the wall over there I didn't realise it's a whole field of sheep. Being the animal lover that I am, stuck my head over, said, "Hi sheep," and they all just ran. There was about 30 sheep just running. I honestly wish I'd caught that on camera. So I'm hoping that maybe by the time, I leave here, they might have meandered back over to the wall. And here we have the Covenanter grave of William Gordon, which we will cover in our next video. So let's go on. So this is John, his son, died 1881, aged 8 months. Isabella, maybe. His sister, George Thompson, she died 1877, aged 33, and then John. It's just so reclaimed again by the weather. Yeah, it's the 2nd of September, and then well, by now every video that I do I'm moaning about our weather in Scotland, and guess what? It's summer now. I've got a week of summer to look forward to, and then I think that'll be us. I think that'll be the weather taking a turn again. This is erected in memory of Robert Anderson, Heads, Wooded, 24th April 1860, age 61, and Jane Orr, his wife, and she died the 4th of July 1867, aged 67 years. And then these are just someone that's over here, look a little bit newer. in a way. And we have erected by Margaret Ballantyne in living memory of her husband Robert, and Robert died 1893, aged 56, and now their children. Christina died 1863, age 4. John, 1863, age 3, I think. William, 1864, age 2. Robert, 1865, it's weathered. Marion, 1871. Christina, 1872, and then Christina in 1877. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children. How sad. Rest in peace, the family of Margaret Ballantyne and her husband. So sad. So we'll go over this way and see what we can read. Again, I'm looking for the nice old ones to share. This one's sad. It's talking about the urn, the draped urn, like the ascension to heaven, and it's more like the ascension to the ground, which is really sad. Really sad. There's a lot of names on this one. A lot of names, some young people. I see 19, I see an 18 years of age. And it's on the ground, it's sad. So we have 1830. This stone is placed here by William in memory of something Riddle of Glassford. So that was 1830, aged 72 years. It's just covered in that lichen or lichen, which kind of ruins all the headstones. I'd love to be able to clean some of these, but then you're taking the age off, aren't you, as well? So let's have a look over here. So I've read that the oldest headstone in here is 1709, but John William Gordon was killed in 16 something. So I gather he must be the oldest one in here. This is erected by John Borland for himself and family, 1780. Lovely obelisk. So apparently the obelisk was Egyptian in origin. Didn't know that. See if we can read anything on this one here. Yeah. There's a mixture of some newer graves, but I say newer, but there's still, you know, in living memory of Donald Nicholson. Erected by Donald Nicholson in living memory of his wife Mary. Mary died 1906, age 58, and his son Harry, who died the 10th of May 1915 at Newcastle, Australia, aged 26, and then his second son, who fell at Gaza 1917, aged 35, and his eldest son Alex, who died at Johannesburg 1917, aged 37 years. It's a very interesting stone. So we'll make our way up here, and then we have these amazing graves here. We've got the tomb in here, these old amazing railings all the way around. The headstone in here, which I think it's just going to be too hard for me to read, so I'm going to step back and let you actually just see it yourself. So I don't think it's a crypt. I don't really come across crypts in Scotland, but then I'm not seeing an entrance either. I think it's just grave with all the railings around it, but it's so spectacular. And another, but it's so overgrown. And here we've got the ruins of the old church. It's like the old gable end. So peaceful in here, so tranquil, beautiful setting to be laid to rest. And then you've got the tree that's coming right up, kind of in the middle of it. So peaceful. So peaceful in here, guys. So let's go and see. This is the burying place of Robert Ross Tarmer. And that's all I can really make out. Quite old, that one too. This is lovely, like just across it's granite marble. Like some of it's fell over. It's very pretty cross. In living memory of Thomas Christie, who died the 21st of June 1880, aged 50. It's legible. So we'll make our way down. So I think what I read online was there's 150 markers, but not all are legible because it is quite small. Here lies the corpse of John of Broomlin, maybe, I don't know. And it's October who died. October, it's 1781. And then maybe Rachel, his daughter, 1786. I mean, what a view. What a view, guys. What a beautiful place. So this is the newer section which we'll explore in another video. But it's just so peaceful here, guys. 1809. I think that's Adam Monroe. This one's toppled. Burying place of Archibald Sinclair and Margaret Lilling, maybe? It might be 1805. It's lovely and warm. I'm just taking it all in, guys. So I've wanted to come here for a while. You know that anyway. I've mentioned this place a few times, but then I get my health, then you got Audrey's health, and then life came around and it rained for a month. So yeah, I'm really happy to have got here. It's so pretty. So here we have, I honestly don't have a clue. I've put on some flashing now. Here lies the corpse. I can see an 18 something. It's just very weathered. I see what they mean online now. A lot of them are very, very illegible. This one's kind of like facing down the way. Maybe an 18, it's safe, definitely 18 something, early 18 something. So for it being so small, and if you passed away in this area, this is where you were being buried, unless you had a plot or a family plot somewhere else, which also again tells me that there's obviously more people being buried here than we think. And again, if you didn't afford a headstone, then you were just interred, and I hate to say forgotten about, because that just really is sad. So look at these little stairs going down here. Quite cute, aren't they? But I've left my bag up at the top just so I'm not carrying it around with me. I've got my jacket in it and some juice and my gimbal and my tablet, and I'm just hoping that no one comes in and actually goes, oh, there's a bag. But we're so isolated here that I don't think it'll happen. So I spy a skull, but we're going to look at this one here. So erected by James Black in loving memory of his wife, That's better. Elisa. She died 1900, aged 67. Janet, his sister. She died at Burnside, aged 82. They said James. He died the 8th of June 1914. See, I'm starting to learn. I can kind of guess the periods of some of the stones now without, you know, seeing the dates on them. You learn what kind of period they come from. Does that show up any better for you? It's just the light. I'm in the shade. Erected by Marion Fleming in memory of her husband, John Torrance, farmer. He died the 10th of December 1870, aged 56, and their son, Abraham, he died in infancy, and then Marion, and she died at Crookston, 1892, aged 69, and then their daughter Mary, who died at Bracco Farm, Caldercrooks, and that was in 1914, aged 52. That's just drinking in the peace. There's no bad feeling in here, no unrest. I don't feel it. Don't feel it at all. It's beautiful, beautiful setting, and everyone feels at peace here. So where did I spy that skull? There it is. There it is here. I wouldn't have noticed that at first. So this is in front. And this is erected by John Adamson in living memory of his wife, Marion Shearer, who died at Cardross, 18th of July, 1896, aged 60 years, and also the above John Adamson, who died 8th of April, 1926, aged 96. His end was peace. Gorgeous. And under here, what can we see? Skull and the crossbones. And round the other side. Again, it's the same, it's the love heart. And that's the cherub. And that's the hourglass again. The cherub, I'm learning. I don't know if the cherubs with the wings is your ascension into heaven and being protected. I really don't know. I have forgotten, guys. But as I said, please bear with me because I am learning. So what I'll do is I'll write what the cherub means in the description box after I upload the video. I'm learning. How beautiful. How beautiful is this place? Look at the tree. It's very old. A lot of these tabletop tombs here, but there's no point in me even trying to read anything off these. They're totally illegible, but I'm just looking for, here we go again, guys. There's the angel and the wings, which I think that's the ascension to heaven, that means. I was sitting trying to learn a lot of these last night, and so please forgive me if I've got anything wrong. And we found it. So here's the oldest grave in here, guys. It's 1709. This is the burying place of Andrew Yule. Andrew Yule, and it might be Marion. I know it's his spouse. She died 18 something. I don't know if that's 18 because that couldn't really be his spouse. It's definitely 1709. So yeah, it must have been maybe 1719 or something she's died then. Looks like an 8, doesn't it? I don't think it is though. So here's the oldest grave. Stone in here, guys, and we found it. Just go down here a little more, see what else we can see before I end the video. Yeah, quite illegible. Another one though. This will be, see, back in the day, that's, again, I think that's the, could be like the angel, or angel design with the wings, or it's a flower, not sure. This is the burying place of Robert Crawford and his heirs. Here lies the corpse of Helen Lawcourt something, who died 1788, aged 43 years only. Sad. I think we might have read that one. It's just on the grounds. These are just not legible. Awesome big stone, look. I mean, awesome big stone, but it's just Agnes Barr, wife, I can't see much else, died 27 years maybe. No, so this is what was on that grave. So it's a design like a flower design, and that's 18, I think it's 34. This stone is erected by William Miller at Glassford Mill. And maybe he died at Glassford in May. His father and mother died 1820, age 58, and then 1832, age 68. And then this little last one here. Alexander Brown Quarter of Hamilton. And then we've got something down here which might be something like a 17 something. And then there's just nothing down here but my friends. No, they're all gone. We're all underneath this wall, and I came over and said, "Hi sheep." I've never seen sheep run so quickly. I knew they were a bit skittish, but that was skittish and a half. It was quite funny, quite humorous. So guys, I'm going to cut this video here now, because I feel like I've done as much as I can do in here. So please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all our followers, all our subscribers, for subscribing, and new subscribers, a big hi and thank you from me and Audrey. And I hope yous are all well, and I hope yous are all enjoying some sunshine like me. So take care guys, and I will catch yous all later. Bye.